I know it's late summer, but we still find all sorts of these. Done. So last thing I wanted to talk about today is this guy right here, Rocky. Hey everyone, welcome back to the farm. It's Brad with Batchelder Family Farms. You can see we've got clouds in the sky. It is not 100 degrees out here. It hasn't been for a couple days. Not going to be for a while, so we're enjoying this weather. Making the hayfield a little more difficult, but it's not keeping us from being in the hayfield. Got some a field to finish up today before it rains tomorrow. We're going to go around and check on our cows and our bison, some of the other animals. And then we're going to talk about what's happened with this guy right here, Rocky. So hopefully you stick around. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Ring that notification bell so you get notified of future videos. And if you enjoy the video at the end, give us that thumbs up. Let's go see what all we can get done today on the farm. Before I head to the hayfield, I already let Curly and Rocky out. Let Buck and Elsa, and then we'll let Doris, Darth, and Royal out. Let them graze some grass while I'm gone for a few hours and get out of their pens instead of having to be there and eating hay. Royal, within the last 5 days probably, really started showing a lot of interest in hay and grass. So she's starting to get some food on her own, not just rely on Doris's milk. Here in the hayfield, getting ready to get back after it. You can tell we've got some rows that are raked, and these I need a rake. We've got the outside rows, what's called the wind rows, all raked up. Right now my dad is over there in the baler, baling those outside rows. I'm gonna get back here in the other tractor and we're gonna get these raked up the rest of the way. Got a chance of rain later today and a lot of next week, so try to get it all knocked out right now and not have to fight the rain. Rake didn't take too long. Dad is finishing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 12 more rows. He's already done all the outside rows. He's working on bale number 5 right now. I'm just gonna get the bales he's done. There's some of them, and I'm going to move them to a spot out of the field so we can come back and pick them up another day. Up the last 2 bales now and putting it in the pile. Field done. Back from the hay field. Feels really good to get that done. Getting ready to go onto the bison pen here, the bison pasture, and feed them some cubes. On my way through, came over where we took a bunch of trees and stuff out from the fence lines, the old fence lines, so we can put up pipe fence, set that on fire. Like I said, we'd had a little bit of rain, supposed to have more rain overnight in the next few days, so it was a great time to go ahead and set that on fire, and you can tell it is going right now. There was a lot of wood in there, but we're gonna get out here. Phyllis is right here, Chief. We're gonna get out here and feed them some cubes, see how they're doing, do a little checkup on them, and then we'll go check up on the cows and see all the new baby calves that we've had and how everybody's doing there. I know it's late summer, but we still find all sorts of these where they've shed their coat. This one's been here a while. Just pick it up wherever we can. We've got all sorts of them now. We've got most of the cubes spread out into piles. That way you just kind of tell the pecking order, Phyllis, Chief, and it's just on down the line. So I'll get the rest of these poured out for them, and then we'll come back and get up close to him. There's our big guy Chief, Phyllis, and then Kay over here for some reason is at the top of the pecking order. Ashley was just down there. And we've got Linda. If you remember when Peter Cole came over, Linda was really wormy, or not really wormy, but she had a limp and she was our thinnest one, and we were able to dart her and get her moved out to the pasture, and she has put on a lot of weight since then. Here's the mama Ashley, and Big Red, he has really put on a lot of weight. You can tell something happened to his eye. It wasn't pink eye, but it looks like he's lost his right eye. He won't ever be able to see out of it. Could have been something like hitting it on a branch, or who knows what he did. There's Jane running around. You guys happy to get cubes? So as we get further down the pecking order, you can see that they're more apt to share with each other depending on how much there is. We've got our smallest two that have been with us since the beginning, Lucy and Babs here. Just really filling out nice. Until they're getting flies again bad. This is the worst their flies have been. Really came when we got cooler weather. It's the first time that since we shot them with the vet gun that we've seen many flies on them. Can you see it over there? One of our new babies. This is the reason I'm not a fan of driving the truck out when we have new babies, is the mamas are so good at hiding them. There she is. Looks like it's number 23's probably. She just had it last, I guess about 5 days ago. So that calf's about 5 days old. There she is, right to her mama. Guess it's about dinner time. Doing, big guy? Difference between the cattle and the bison. Fed the bison from the truck as I was driving. The cows, I just get out and walk. Just been doing that for a lot more years. Tell flies are getting bad again, just like the bison. It hasn't been 6 weeks though, so I'm not able to vet gun these guys. Still got a couple more weeks before I can do that. These are a couple of our first calves of the year, and they are looking outstanding. Hey, Violet. If you haven't heard the story of Violet, you can tell her knee, this front right knee looks different. It's a little bent in and it's super swollen. When she was born, oh, you're okay. When she was born, most calves, all calves are born with an infection in their bodies, and they drink their mom's colostrum and fights off that infection. Well, for whatever reason, she wasn't able to get the colostrum from her mom. She wasn't able to nurse. So she didn't fight off that infection. We had to take her to the vet. They drained it, and they said she's probably not going to make it. Well, that wasn't good enough for Jenna and the kids, so she became a bottle calf, and every day Jenna would get home from work, she would drain Violet's knee until she was it was strong enough she could walk on it. She's had 3 calves now. She's 5 years old. I'm sorry, she'll be 6 years old this year. So she's a cow that'll be here forever, and one, like I said, that we've raised since she was a little bottle calf. She's an awesome girl, super gentle, just takes her a little longer sometimes to get places. Cows are checked, bison are checked, all that's looking good. Got the fire, it's down to pretty much just coals right now, just smoldering, still making some smoke, but the big part is done. So last thing I wanted to talk about today is this guy right here, Rocky. We've had Rocky for almost a year now. We got him when he wasn't a year old. Our plan was with him and Curly was to raise him and keep Curly here, have him become a miniature Highland bull, and raise Rocky so he had a buddy, and then sell Rocky and use that money to maybe buy another miniature Highland, a heifer or something like that. Well, the problem with this guy is he became a pet, and it took Curly a little bit longer to get used to us, but old Rocky came right to us. And now, anytime we go over to the barn, he's always right on us. In the yard, he's around us whenever we let him out to eat. And once we become attached to him, it's really hard to think anything else of him. So, big decision we have to make with him now, it looks like we're going to keep him, is if we make him a steer or keep him a bull. Our plan had been to keep him a bull because if somebody else wanted him, I mean, he's beautiful. He's a white, where is he at? There he is. He's a white park and a Highland cross. So he's called a high park. He's just the black and white markings. He's so cool looking. He's so gentle, so nice. He would make a great bull for somebody. But for us, we don't need too many bulls. We have Darth, who will be here probably for at least another year. We have Curly back there, that little guy who's going to be here forever. And with bulls, sometimes they can get a little, well, they can act like boys. And when we have people out that are petting the animals, we have them out in the yard, we don't want him to have any aggression. Now, he's not shown any to us, but if we let him get too much older, then there's really no going back. It's a decision we have to make pretty quick. We haven't made the decision, but if we're keeping him, that's probably the way we're leaning. We'll probably make him a steer, and that way he stays nice and calm and gentle, hopefully, and he'll be a pet here forever. I don't know how you feel about that big fella. What do you think, huh? You just want to, as long as you're eating grass, you're okay? Oh, come here. You're not going to let me sit here and pet you after I did all this bragging on you? Not today, huh? See Royal up there playing Queen of the Mountain. Well, this is the view for us this evening. We've got the bison here in the background, the cows grazing in the yard, the pond, the smoke from the fire. It's quite a blessing to be able to look out and see this and not see any other neighbors. We're definitely very grateful for the opportunity to live where we live and the animals that we have. Couldn't ask for much more. Just a beautiful night here in Missouri. Well, we hope everybody has enjoyed the video. We hope you all stay well, and we'll see you back here real soon.